Welcome back to the channel, folks, where today we're going to look at another plant in the 50 Flowers in 50 Days series. The plant that we are looking at today is a member of the dock family, or the Polygonaceae. The plant of today is known as Common Bistort, or otherwise known by its current Latin name, Bistorta officianalis. If you own slightly older botanical text, then the plant may be found under its old synonym, Persicaria bistorta. Common Bistort grows between 8 inches and 3 foot high and consists of an upright raceme or spike of rose pink florets. The flower spike is between 2 and 8 centimeters in length and is borne on a single stalk. As we shall see, each rose pink floret has 5 petals and 8 protruding stamens with 3 fused carpels. The lower leaves of Bistort have a winged stalk and are broader in outlook, forming a basal rosette. The spring leaves of Bistort have a prized culinary use in the making of Easter ledge pudding or dock pudding, as we shall shortly see. As we move up the plant, the upper leaves are stalkless, triangular or lanceolate in shape, and hug the stem without the stalk in the form of stipules. The creeping nature of Bistort's rhizomes means it forms distinct and discrete local patches of the plant along hedgerows. Bistort is known by a number of common vernacular names, such as meadow bistort, snakeweed, adderwort, pudding dock, twice writhen, Easter ledges, oysteric or oyster light. We'll examine the vernaculars in the context of food, and in the next part, the context of snakes. In the north of England, Bistort is used to make a traditional Easter pudding known as Easter ledge, and it consists of a combination of leaves, oatmeal, egg, butter and other herbs, and it is the principal ingredient of this dock pudding or Easter ledge. There is further information and links to recipes beneath the description on the video. Turning our attention now to the Latin name and the links to snakes. The prefix bistorta comes from bis, which means twice, and torta, twisted, and this refers to the twisted appearance of the root, which resembled coiled snakes. The suffix officinalis pertains to the generally accepted name of the plant. The twice twisted snake-like appearance gives also rise to the name twice writhen and the association with snakes. Early English herbalists such as Gerard attributed the doctrine of signatures and the principle of sympathetic magic to the healing of snake poisoning or snake bite. Let us briefly outline the habitat of this plant, found in damp, moist soil, near lake margins or rivers, in meadows, meadow flushes, riverbank and stream banks, field margins, bogs or marshes. On our visit to the field in May-June 2025, we examined 2 such habitats. Welcome to my channel, Wildlife Ranger on YouTube, and we're here today just to describe the habitat characteristic of the plant that we're looking at today, which is known as Bistort. And we have seen this plant whilst walking along the canal and the River Calder, where it prefers damp, sodden ground. And we're on the edge here of meadow flushes or spring line or wells. So this plant is doing very well in damp soil and wet ground. And as you can see, it's a purple flower with long elliptical pointed stalk leaves which cling to the stem, and the flower itself is a pale purple lilac colour. Here we have a small colony, just to contrast to the habitat that we found along the riverbank at the Calder. As always, before we embark on our journey into the field, we look at the features and characteristics which will enable us to identify and find the plant, commencing with the flowers. As stated, the plant is a member of the Polygonaceae or dock family, where it has been formerly known as Persicaria bistorta or Polygonum bistorta. It is a perennial growing 20 to 80 centimetres or 1 to 3 foot in height, with the flowers being an upright raceme on a single stalk of rose pink flowers. The flower spike or raceme is approximately 5 to 8 centimetres in length and cylindrical in form. It contains multiple florets, each of which has 5 petals. There are 8 stamens per floret, with 3 fused carpels, and see the diagram to follow. It has 3 free styles, and it forms a dark brown to black 3-sided seed of 4 to 5 millimeters in length after fruiting. Bistort may be seen flowering principally through the months of May, June or July. We briefly include these 2 refresher slides of botanical anatomy in relation to the carpel and the fused carpels, the carpel being the stigma and style as seen in the diagram. We also include this brief slide as a pointer to the potential confusion species, that also given to include that of amphibious bistort. Let us, however, allow the plant to speak for itself in the following clips. Well folks, that's it from me. Thank you very much again for watching. I hope you will join me in future episodes, one of which may very well be the making of the Easter ledge or duck pudding. If you have liked or enjoyed this video or found it interesting or indeed educational, please like, share and subscribe to help this channel become a success. All that remains to be said, in the words of Maggie, our international symbol of floral wonder, is whatever the weather may be, go outdoors and enjoy it.